Hey guys, Nicole here, and I'm hopping on. I don't have a lot of battery space. So I just wanted to come on and I always feel compelled to share messages. I come on and I do. But I just want to know, are y'all paying attention to what's happening right now? I'm just leaving a grocery store, and I'm one of those people that know how much stuff costs, right? When I go in a store, I'm kind of already estimating what I'm spending, what I'm buying. But do you know almost everything I picked up today has gone up almost $1, right? So it's obvious that there's a lot happening, but I don't think we understand the under rumblings that's happening right now, okay? Inflation is at an all-time high. The dollar is decreasing in value. Crypto is like bonkers. And the wealth gap and disparity, the economic disparity is hitting us hard, and we can't see it yet, right? Because the media never tells the true story. They're always going to give you a melt over to keep you programmed to have one level of belief of what's really happening. They keep you blinded from what's really happening. And my whole point in this is, if you are not learning new skills right now, if you are not investing in yourself to make sure that you are in position financially to change your situation, if you are not doing something economically to protect you and your family, you are going to be up ish creek. I'm telling you. I went through this grocery store, y'all, and my heart was dropping because I'm thinking about the senior citizens, people who are on fixed incomes. I'm thinking about people who are on food stamps. I'm thinking about a lot of stuff that's happening in the government. Government is cutting Social Security. They're going to be cutting back on governmental aid. They said they're not going to have any money available by 2035 for Social Security, which we knew that. They told us that when I was in the 6th grade, right? But if you are not paying attention to what is happening economically, if you are being caught up in all the entertainment, I know what happened today with Kyle Rittenhouse happened today. Our problems are bigger than Kyle Rittenhouse. That's one little piece of the pie, right? But that story is going to be everywhere. It's going to get everybody in an emotional whirlwind. We already know how this country works and who they work for. But what you need to be focusing on right now, or what I would like to encourage you guys to be focusing on right now, is how you can protect your household economically. There is a huge wealth gap that is happening. There is a financial crisis that is rumbling. And I'm not trying to scare. I'm trying to make you aware that you should be positioning yourself financially to be able to shift things in your life, because there is no longer a middle class, okay? The middle class is being wiped out, and you have to set yourself up so that you can be able to be on the other side of this. And let me tell you what's so powerful, because there's a scripture that says God is taking the wealth of the wicked and laying it up for the righteous. You literally have people, and I've been talking to a lot of my inner circle friends about this, about crypto. Y'all, there is something happening in this crypto market, and I regret not hopping on board sooner, but it's a lot happening in that world and in that space that is actually closing the gap for people economically. You have people buying penny stocks, okay? Not penny stocks, penny crypto. I call them penny crypto, where you can buy crypto for a billionth of a penny, all right? And people are putting $1,000 in there, putting money in there, and then they're waking up to millions of dollars off of penny crypto. Okay. There's a lot of money floating and a lot of money happening and transacting, even in the midst of all this financial and economic crisis, but you have to get plugged in. And a lot of us are thinking we cannot afford it. Y'all, I put $100 into this crypto coin the other day. 4 days later, it was worth $1,000. Okay. You can start with $20. I'm not selling y'all nothing. There's a tons of crypto businesses and companies out there. I'm not even a pro at this. But what I want y'all to understand is that this is not the time to sit back and watch what happens. They say there's 3 types of people in the world. You got people that make things happen. You got people that watch things happen. And then you have people that ask, what happened? Right? And the truth is you don't want to be that person asking what happened or the person watching what's happening. You want to be the person actually in the mix, experiencing it. And I'm going to tell you, I've been talking to all my friends. I got very, very rich friends with a lot of money sitting in the bank. Okay. And then I have friends and family members who are barely getting by. I had my 19-year-old niece and my 9-year-old niece buying Bitcoin. My 9-year-old niece took her $200 from Christmas money last year and put it in Bitcoin. Bitcoin has since gone up over 3,400% this year. It started off at $456 at the beginning of the year. Crypto is floating between 55,000 and 60,000 this year. I mean, not Bitcoin. Ethereum started at 456 this year, and it's floating at about 40. Right now, it's about $4,300 a coin. Y'all don't know what that means. Listen, I didn't know what it meant either. I just threw money in there to try to figure it out, and you learn as you put the money in, right? And find somebody who does. It's a ton of people. Some people do MLM. Some people do whatever they do. I'm not trying to endorse anything other than economic protection, okay? Economic protection. This is when you guys need to be sowing seeds right now for your own personal garden, all right? We all need a job to keep us afloat, but Jim Rohn said you work full-time on your job and part-time on your fortune. If you are on a job right now and you're barely getting by, find a way to pull 20 or 40 bucks and then find somebody and get to learn how to invest in penny crypto. There's crypto out here, y'all, that in 7 days, it is going up 24 million%. All right, I went and looked at the app. You have some going up 24 million%. It's like crazy. Crazy, 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 right? So I want you guys to understand that this is not the time to say, I didn't know what to do. This is not the time to sit back and be like, well, I don't understand. This is not the time to be like, well, nobody told me. This is the time that you're behind better go dig. Everything you need, every resource you need is all around you. But y'all, my mama's from California. We're from California. My mom in LA. Gas is $5 a gallon, okay? I just went down the aisles of this grocery store. Yeah, go to YouTube. Thank you, Heidi. You know, it's all kind of resources. I got a group that I'm in right now where one of my mentors is showing us the hot areas to go through in crypto. If you want to know, you know, if you want to be a part of that group, I don't get nothing out of it. I'm not getting paid. I'm just saying, y'all, I did not know. I learned by doing. You want to know how I learned about how I really paid attention? It was a 16-year-old kid that was buying crypto off of Cash App. My friend's son was buying Bitcoin off of Cash App, and she told me what he was doing, and I talked to him, and I pretty much got schooled by a 16-year-old that I needed to be putting my money into something, and I started off on Cash App with a couple bucks. And then the more you get involved, the more you figure it out. All I'm trying to say, y'all, is times are shifting seriously. Like, and I'm not trying to be panicky, but I've been watching what's happening, and unfortunately, I watched Tamara Allen. She's another phenomenal crypto powerhouse woman. She's been in the industry for years and making really good money. So she went to a Bitcoin conference down in Miami. So she played it today. And it was a black man on there who was talking about the crypto industry and how we're ahead of what's happening and blah, 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 blah. But one of the things that he said, he talked about the wealth gap and the wealth disparity. And he said, listen, y'all, he said, he builds companies. He has all kind of companies. He's on top of what's happening and all this stuff. He said, I went in the middle of Tulsa, Oklahoma to Black Wall Street, and I had 25 businesses, and I wanted to give them away, and the people didn't know what to do with it. He said, I wanted to help go empower my people, but they didn't have no idea where to start and wouldn't know what to do with the business. And so I realized that I'm not here to just build a black business. I'm here to build a global business. He said, I now have companies in India. He said, India has gone from the 34th country in the world from poverty and the GDP and all that other stuff to I think it's number 2, maybe because of tech. They now have the number 1 coders and tech people. And if y'all know anything about wealth right now, I'm in Austin, Texas, which is now the Silicon Valley of the South. And Austin is full of tech. You cannot find multi-million-dollar houses in the city of Austin anymore. Why? Because so many people are moving here who are in the tech industry who millions of dollars is. People who are in tech is who is popping right now, right? People who are in tech are the ones that are out here cranking out and buying 10, 15, 20, $30 million houses because tech has dominated. But you got 2 powerhouse industries happening. Well, actually 3. You have the tech industry, which we knew that was coming. You have the crypto industry. And you have the e-com industry. If you are not getting in any of those spaces, God bless you. right? God bless you. You should be increasing your skill set right now and learning how to get online and build up your online game. I'm actually teaching classes. I'm launching a school where I'm teaching people online trading skills to build online digital marketing businesses, whether you want to be a social media manager, course creator, online business manager, if you want to be a course consultant. I'm teaching these skills and I'm telling my people it's money all around you. It is business all around you, but you got to up your skill game, right? But skills is what you got to do to up your level in tech. The second piece is crypto. The Staples Center will no longer be the Staples Center. It is going to become crypto.com on December 25th. They're going to rename that Staples Center crypto.com. All right? Think about that, crypto.com. So when somebody sees that the Staples Center has been renamed crypto.com, they're going to research it. Guess what? It's a crypto coin that you can invest in right now for 50 cents. Do you think that crypto.com is going to be 50 cents come December 25th when everybody discovers that the Staples Center is no more? Because not everybody is up on game about what's happening right now. It is the biggest renaming deal in the history of naming buildings. And when that happens, the game is going to change, right? So that's crypto. And the third thing is e-com. Everything is shifting to e-com. If you are in the e-com game or not in the e-com game, you might want to figure it out or do something, whether it's digital programs, digital courses, something in the e-com space. But those three areas, y'all, is where the wealth resides. And I am trying to tell you that if you don't pay attention to what is happening, even right now, y'all, you may not have a wealth of money to invest and you may not make a wealth of money immediately, but it's small little seeds that it's time to sow to begin to set yourself up for what is about to shift. I'm going to tell y'all, I had to make a complete shift in my life to begin to go in a different direction and think differently, right? Because many of us are in hustle culture. So we just thinking about today, trying to make this money now. We doing all these little temporary things that are short-term income. But if you want to get financially and economically protected, you got to think long term. And how do you need to shift and do things differently? I tell my kids, we're on a budget. We don't have money for this. We don't have money for that. But guess what we do got money for? We got money for, and I don't say we don't have money, but we don't have the budget. Like we budget our money, but we have the budget to invest, right? It's like we're not going to be out here frivolously spending money. We're going to go drop some money in some crypto. We're going to go drop some money and buy some more coins and invest in these things instead of being out here trying to floss and trying to be a hot shot and making everybody think you're doing something, right? This is a time for protection, y'all. Zillow, you talk about real estate. Zillow has already shown that the industry is shifting in the real estate market. You're seeing prices dropping everywhere. Yes, the market is still hot right now, right? But come 2022, you're going to see a massive shift in the real estate market. It's going to shift into a seller's market. Zillow just put 5,000 houses on the market. They've lost over $400 million trying to get in the house flipping game. But we tell people, Zillow has data. They know what's coming. They're trying to dump 5,000 houses right now, even at a loss of 400 million, because they'd rather lose 400 million than 800 million. They know that these houses will begin to go in the opposite direction. And so they're trying to get rid of them now before that happens. Y'all, I was a victim of the 2008 recession. And I sniffed this sucker out. I knew that things were going to start shifting. And if you pay attention right now to what's going on around us, y'all, the clues are everywhere. The red flags are everywhere. You got 51,000 containers filled with commercial goods, your food, your clothes, your beauty products, your hair weave, your car parts, the lumber, whatever, all kind of stuff for housing to be built is sitting in Long Beach right now. 51,000 containers that have come from exporting goods into the United States, and people cannot afford to get those containers. Containers used to cost $1,000 a container. It now costs $22,000 per container. Biden just passed a law that is going to begin fining every business owner of all 51,000 of those containers, charging them over $100 a day for them not getting a truck or a train to pick up these containers. So they're now not only just going up and paying $22,000 per container when it used to be $1,000. They now got to pay a fine every single day that container sits at the yard. And what they have to do, y'all, is pass the cost on to the consumer. That means that everything is going to be high, and you're going to walk into these stores, and what used to be $2 and $3, even a Dollar Tree now has a $5 section. The Dollar Tree is no longer $1. They now have a $5 section. And I think they have a $10 products. You're going to see everything inching up in price. And what's going to happen when things start inching up in price is that people will not have the financial means to buy it. And then you're going to find that it's going to be an overabundance of inventory, and things are going to start shifting economically. Y'all, pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. 3 industries you should be in right now is digital, doing something, developing your skills in the tech space. You should be in the crypto space, and you should be in the e-com space. You better figure it out. If you want more information about what I'm doing, you can DM me. I'll tell you what we have going on. Launching the school to teach people online digital skills to build businesses so that you can have control over your income. But y'all, let me tell you something. I'm giving y'all a warning. I did a video like this in 2019 as something was happening. And I started talking about what God had dropped in my spirit. And I was telling people to prepare themselves. And that doggone pandemic hit in March of 2020. I'm not trying to say that I got all the inside intel of what God is doing, but I do believe that God will drop things prophetically in my spirit to see things, to give out a warning, to give out a symbol and a signal. And I've been here before in a recession where I was on the flip side and couldn't see it, and somebody was warning me, and I was like, oh, you just don't know what you're talking about. And guess what? I was in a bankruptcy court, foreclosure, repo, trying to figure it out because I was not willing to heed somebody's wisdom. So it's a little wisdom for y'all. Y'all go on and tag somebody on this video. I do teach how to launch businesses from home. You need to DM me. You need to get on my Reinvent Myself list so that y'all can learn how to step your game up. I'm going to start something called Side Hustle City, where you're going to be able to learn a lot more about side hustles you can do to start generating income, to build up some extra revenue, to play with, to begin to reinvest in yourself. And we have a mastermind group and stuff that we're launching to help people with this stuff. But you gotta take action. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Y'all, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. And I'm not trying to scare you. It's called be prepared. Be prepared, right? Be prepared. Love y'all. Tag somebody on this, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.